Here we are with another weekly blog. Of course, like I always say with these quick synopses, is to read the actual blog here below and go through it because it's got links and it's got some extra information. And every once in a while, something a little humorous. We try to sneak it in there as well. But this week, we talk about the idea of transparency. And not transparency in like saying everything, your deepest, darkest secrets. Not really the case. Transparency is educating others. We're looking at it as a business perspective, but you can also do it personally as well. But the business perspective is transparency. You want to educate your clients. And this really just helps you save tons of time. If you think about it, if your client already knows the basics, you can avoid all those lengthy meetings explaining like the basic easy stuff that really bores you anyway, because we know that all jobs have a wonderful side and we all have a little bit of a boring side to it, and you want to skip that stuff because if they know how to buy your product, if they know how it works, if they have a general idea of how it's going to help their life, you can skip a lot of that stuff and get right down to the fun stuff, the detailed information, how you can incorporate it in your life, how to use it in various scenarios. Like you can really have some way more fun with your product and or services if you've already educated that client, if you already educated them and they know what it is they're getting themselves into. It really, really helps you. Now, we did some basic things you need to know. We went over some strategies, things of that nature, but some easy ways to educate your audience. First of all, you have to kind of decide on where your audience is. Is it Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever it is? That's not what the blog is for today. That's for a different day, different time. But once you've picked out that platform where you're going to talk to your audience and help educate them, there's 3 ways to go about it to create lots of content. And the first one's the easiest, and that is coming up with your frequently asked questions. What are some of the things you see or hear the most from people? Go over that because it will save you time. They won't have to ask those questions again because you've gone over them through your education, your postings, your emails, whatever system you have put up. The second thing is some of the positives, some of the things that may not have thought about that could really help and benefit to their life. That is also a good way to put education. And the third thing is going to be, this is where our transparency really comes in. The third thing is going to be some of the downside. What are some of the negatives? Some of the things that your services or products create as a downside. And don't think to yourself, oh, I'm going to lose sales because of this and people aren't going to call me. That's not the case. The case is that they trust you more, that you've gone over some of the things that may not go well with them. So they're prepared, they're ready. They're still going to make that call, but now you won't be putting out those fires and explaining why this didn't work and filing those complaints. You won't have those. You've gone over those things. You've limited those types of complaint phone calls because they prepared for it. You've educated them. You've shown them that you can do this product. Here's some good stuff. Here are some things that are not as good or even bad about the product. And they're still going to call you. They're still going to sit down with you. They're still going to discuss ways in which they can get and obtain your services and or products. So be sure you read below. The rest of the article has some good links. It's got some other good information to help you out as well. And of course, this week we talk about transparency. So transparency, man. I see you.